this video, I will introduce you to two different kinds of pipettes and several kinds of pipette fillers. A pipette is just a device for measuring out a certain amount of liquid very precisely. There are two kinds of pipettes, as I said. The first kind is called a delivery pipette, and notice that it has a line. No other lines, just one line. And this particular one happens to be a 20 milliliter delivery pipette, so if I fill the pipette to that line and then let it run out, it will deliver exactly 20 milliliters. So it's good for measuring that exact amount, but if you don't want that exact amount, then it's not going to be very useful. Delivery pipettes come in all sorts of sizes. This is a 10 milliliter delivery pipette. Notice that it also has the bulb and a particular line. And one we will be using today is a 4 milliliter delivery pipette. Again, a much smaller bulb because it's only 4 milliliters and a single line at that point right there. They come in all sorts of different sizes, everywhere from 1 milliliter up to 100 milliliters. The other kind of pipette is a graduated pipette, and notice that this one is a 10 milliliter graduated pipette. If you fill it to the zero line, you can then measure anywhere in between. So if I wanted to measure out 3.4 milliliters, I could do that using this kind of pipette, or 5.2 or 7.8 or whatever I wanted to do. So it's a much more flexible kind of pipette in that you can measure different quantities from the same pipette. There are several different kinds of pipette fillers as well, and different techniques for using them. Probably the most common, but the most primitive form is just a rubber bulb. And I will demonstrate how to use that. Let's do that with our 4 milliliter delivery pipette. I'm going to attach it to the end so that it forms a seal, but it's not very strong. So what I'll do is just blow out or squeeze the bulb, and then let the liquid rise in the pipette so that it's well above the line. Now you can't see it from where you are, but the line on the pipette is right there. Remove the bulb and put my thumb on in its place. I hope the liquid doesn't drop down below the line while I make the transfer, and that's why you don't want the bulb to be on the end of the pipette very strongly, because you can get that off of there and get your thumb on it very quickly. And then, this takes a little bit of work, a little bit of practice. Very carefully let a little bit of air in using your thumb, and let the liquid in the pipette run out. If you get good at it, you can let it go down smoothly until it gets just to the line, which I have done. And now I'm sealing the end very firmly with my thumb. Now, one thing to notice is that whenever you fill a tube with liquid, it's not going to fill straight across. It's going to be a little bit of a meniscus, what they call a meniscus, or a smiley face. You want the bottom of that meniscus to be right on the line, which it is. Then I'm going to touch off any drop that remains on the side of the container. And I'm going to switch it to the container I want to measure into, and just let my thumb off and let the liquid run out. Now, one thing that you need to know about a transfer pipette is that as that liquid runs out, it will eventually reach a point where it doesn't go anymore. There's a little bit still left in the bottom there. Touch off any drop that remains to the side, but don't blow out that little bit that remains. That's designed to stay there so that if that liquid is still there, I have now delivered exactly 4 milliliters from my pipette. That's how these transfer pipettes are designed. Let's do the same measurement, but this time using a slightly different bulb. This one is a little bit fancier. It has 3 channels that allow you to let air in or out of the bulb. This one on the top, and they all work the same way. If you squeeze down on the little valve that's in there, that allows that to open, so I can let air out. And when I stop squeezing it, then no air will get in or out. I'm going to let a little bit more in. There we go. This channel does the same thing. It has a valve in it. Notice if I push the valve, that lets the air back in. I can also squeeze air out through that valve if I want to. And this one on the side doesn't communicate with the bulb, but instead lets air get in through here and down that way, and that will allow me to drain out the pipette that I'll eventually fill. So let's use a 10 milliliter pipette now. And I'm going to attach it on here, and now I can attach it quite firmly because I'm not going to take the bulb back off again. I leave it on there throughout the measurement. I'm going to now open this valve so that as I do that, I can draw liquid up into the pipette. I'm squeezing this valve right here. That's letting air get into the bulb through the pipette. And again, I'm going to let it get significantly above the line. And then, using this valve, I can let the liquid run back down again, right to the line, and it very precisely reaches the line. So the meniscus is right on the line. Again, touch any droplet that might be there off on the side. Switch it to container I want to measure into, and again, open this valve. That will let air in through the side into the pipette. And of course, that lets the liquid drain out. Again, I'm going to leave that little bit on the end because this is a delivery pipette. Now let's look at a couple of other kinds of pipette fillers, and we'll use graduated pipettes with these, although you can use the graduated pipettes with the bulbs as well. This particular device consists of a piston. You push the piston in or pull it out, and as you can imagine, when I pull it out, that draws air in through the bottom. But I can also use this wheel to operate the piston, so I can very carefully draw liquid up or push liquid out. On the other hand, there's a little hole on the side here, and it's sealed, but if I push this white rocker, that opens the hole and lets air in through there, and again, that's a way of letting the liquid run out. So I'm going to start with the piston all the way in, and attach it to my 10 milliliter graduated pipette. Again, I can attach it quite firmly because I'm not going to have to take it back off again. And then I can roll the wheel in such a way that the piston goes up, and that draws liquid up into the pipette. I'm going to draw liquid up to exactly the 0 line, although it wouldn't have to be. I could have drawn up to whatever line I wanted to. That meniscus is right on the line there. Again, I'm going to touch off any droplet that might be on the side. Now, I can, using this hole on the side, I can let as much liquid out as I want to. So let's deliver 3 milliliters. I fill it to the 0 line. I'm going to drain it to the 3 line, which is right there. Just open the hole, that lets the liquid run out. Carefully get the meniscus right on the line, and I deliver exactly 3 milliliters. Push the rest of that out. And now, let's take a look at the last kind, which is perhaps the most convenient. That is this kind of rotating pipette. Now you may or may not be able to see from where you are, but there are little lines on the side here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can rotate the cap to the point where one of those lines, let's say the 3 milliliter line, lines up exactly with the edge of the rotating cap. And if I do that, then when I push this button, it pushes out exactly 3 milliliters. If I let it back up again, it will draw up exactly 3 milliliters. So I can then use my any of these pipettes, doesn't matter. We really don't care about the markings on the side anymore. I can simply push down, let the button back out again, and that will draw up exactly 3 milliliters. Of course, it doesn't go to the 4 milliliter line because it's only 3 milliliters. And then I can push it again, touch the dropper off on the side, push the button, and this time the liquid all goes out, and that's exactly 3 milliliters, so I can do that as many times as I want to. That's a very convenient way of doing it. Now, one thing to know about this kind, although it's very convenient, the markings on the side are not all that accurate, so you probably want to sort of calibrate it. Let's say you wanted to deliver 4 milliliters, you could pull it up to the 4 line and make sure that it was actually drawing 4 milliliters. Thank you for your attention.